In the far north of the Greek islands lives a young girl named Medusa. Medusa wanted to travel down to the south and into Athens, but to do so, Medusa needed the blessing of the great god Athena. Medusa travelled down to the temple of Athena and woke her from her statue form to ask her for her blessing. Athena denied Medusa her request to travel south. Outraged, Medusa insulted the goddess. This made Athena furious and cursed Medusa by making her once beautiful hair into a head of snakes, and her eyes would cast even the bravest of heroes into stone. In the city of Athens lived the king. He wanted to marry Princess Danae, but Danae didn't want to marry the king. Perseus, Danae's son, went to the king and asked the king to stop pestering his mother. Reluctantly, the king agreed, but asked for one favour in return. Perseus was to bring back the head of Medusa to the king. And so Perseus' quest began, as he immediately set out to find Medusa and bring back her head. Shortly after his quest began, the goddess Athena appeared on his boat and informed Perseus that if he wished to kill the Gorgon, he would need the aid of the three fates that lived up in the mountains. They would give Perseus the knowledge how to kill Medusa. With his newly acquired shield in one hand and his sword in the other, Perseus sailed north to the island where the Gorgon's lair was located and entered her domain. As he arrived in her cave, he caught the entrance sleeping Gorgon. He drew his sword and with a swift motion sliced the head off the Gorgon. Once Perseus finally arrived home, Perseus reached into his sack, revealing the head of the Medusa, and showed it to the king and questioned the king over the whereabouts of his mother. Shrugged his shoulders in arrogance. The king begged Perseus not to attack, so Perseus reached for Medusa's head once more and turned it onto the king, turning him to stone, and watched as his shattered body fell into the Aegean Sea.